this. Yes. Today we are going to discuss about much more analysis and we'll do on nested functions and we use the concept called, there is a concept called decorators. So we'll try to finish these two, and in the next section we will discuss about the decorator chaining. Okay, so try to understand, guys. If you find any difficulty, please to my notice. The thing is that we have a function. We know how to declare a function, right? So we declare a function by using def keyword followed by function name, and we will implement our logic. Okay, we will write our business logic. Then with a single indentation space, we will return some value. We will return some value based on the business logic. We will return something. Okay, we may return or may not, it depends. And one thing you need to understand, we can return single values or multiple values here. The nested function means we will write, we will implement a function, a function inside another function, inside another function. Okay, same like you have nested control statements, right? We will use for inside a for loop or if inside a if loop, like this. So nested means we can write n number of functions. We can write n number of functions inside a function. Say for example, I will write def keyword followed by function name, and again I will write my business logic, and if required again I will implement another function here, and it should return uh, something. Guys, please do remember, for the time being, in order to not to confused, just I will follow the normal terminology whichever used in the textbooks. Okay, here we will write, this is called outer function, this is called inner function. So inner function will return inner values and outer function will return the particular values which is based on this business logic. Please not to panic on this, nothing more difficult in this. It's very simple. If you know functions, then the implementation part will be very easy. The only thing you need to understand is that I'm repeating it again. Try to understand, you know, thing like declaring function is not important. Okay. You need to understand that declaring a function doesn't make any sense. When you call the function only, the declaring will be useful. If I declare 100 lines of code, I'm not calling this function, then interpreter won't execute this one. Interpreter won't execute this one. Say for example, I will show you with an example so that you guys can able to understand. Let me save this and let me share my screen. Okay, here what happens, guys, the thing is, see for example, I declare a function, here I'm writing something like print function is executed, for your understanding point of view, because as we said that Python is an interpreter language. So I will write here interpreter starts. Okay, now print interpreter ends. Okay, according to our point of view, like if this is the code, what's our intention should be like, what we think as per our understanding means there is a little complexity here, but not much more. That you need to focusedly you need to understand that. If you find any difficulty, don't be panic, please get it now itself, resolve itself, okay? Because because there is a little bit confusion in this. Don't get panic. So what's our intention is, as we know, this is the first line, second line, third line, fourth line. As we all know that Python is an interpreter language. So it interprets from top to bottom. The thing is, this line will be executed. Since we are started with df, Python and virtual machine consider this as a function, it will declare it, not interpret. It will declare means it will hold the entire concept. Okay. Like see, if you take a balloon and if you press it, okay, so you're pressing the balloon, but you are not releasing it. When you are releasing only, you will get to know that how much the compression it has been done, like that. So the thing is, we are declaring a function, but we are not at all calling the function. So interpreter won't execute this until and unless we call this. Again, this will print it. So our output will be interpreter starts and interpreter ends. Okay, but we had written print statement. So will it be executed or not? Will it be executed or not? So for that purpose, I had given an example here. So you need to think that, see, interpreter starts, interpreter ends. Okay. Why this doesn't make, it doesn't execute it? Because I didn't call that function. Whenever I call that function, then you will get function executed means whenever I call this function, now again interpreter will not come from starting to bottom. Wherever the function is declared, yes, here it is declared. Now only this lines will be executed. You have to understand very carefully that before declaring a function, yes, interpreter starts, interpreter ends. But if you call this function here itself, okay, now you will get the function is executed means this function, yes, we call this function. Where is it reference? Yes, we declared function here. Now interpreter will interpret all the lines inside the function. That you need to understand. So the reason why I told you all these things already we discussed it in the previous instance, but we are now in the advanced functions that we are going to deal with nested functions. Very, very important. Very, very important. Sorry, that is nested functions. That is nested functions. So what is the concept of nested functions? Nested functions means, for example, I declare a function, okay, which is my outer function. This is the main function. And again, I'm declaring a function which is inside of a function, which is inside of outer function. So the reason why I'm writing like inner function. Okay, here I will write business logic. Then this function will return this related activities. Inner function, inner function is to return or may not return, whatever it is to return, inner related business logic. Try to understand inner related business logic. So if I write, so for example, if you are considering there should be definitely return statements, whenever there is a condition that there should be a return statements, then these two functions should return two. One is inner return. So this function return the business logic of inner values, and for this the one tab indentation means it should return a business logic related to outer values. Don't get confused. I'm explaining again what my intention is, to understand in such a way that we are using nested functions. Nested functions means a function inside a function. See, whenever I'm writing an outer function, definitely I will expect something for this outer function, right? So I will return here the value which is related to this. Now I am implementing another function which is inside of outer function. Then I will write inner of. Then I will write business logic. Now the return statement should not here. For this function, we need to write return statement. Yes, we need to use inner statements. And one important thing is, if you don't call this function anywhere inside of a outer function and this won't execute, you should be able to understand. See, what my intention is, I declared inner function. As I already told you, declaring a function doesn't make you any sense. It will make you sense only when you call that. When you call that. So I declared inner function inside of outer function doesn't make you any sense. So anywhere in the function, you have to call. Say for example, let me give you a brief thing. But guys, I am sure that you are practicing. Chaitanya, I think you are late to the session. Okay, don't worry, please check the recorded sessions. Okay, and my request you guys, time is very important for me. Why I am telling is that I need to manage the interviews as well as my work, and I need to focus on the training. So whenever I mention you, because I thought of conducting the sessions frequently. I mean punctuality, but the thing is, see for example, today I want to conduct the session at 8:30, and I'm not sure tomorrow I conduct the session will be on the same time, as because interviews are affecting me, because this is the means March to like June, July, August, we have a lot of interview calls and all, and students are repeatedly contacting me. So the reason why, please support me. Don't get negative on my coaching, because I'm not putting the classes on regular timings. Timings may differ, but there will be a class. Okay, please try to support me. Okay, means understand me, nothing more than that. And see, now here I'm writing outer function. See, I'm writing outer doesn't make you need to use only outer. You will write any number of format which your point for your understanding purpose. I am telling this is outer function for your understanding point of view. Interpreter, interpreter enters the outer function. Okay. Now see, define inner of means which is our inner function. Now print. I'm not returning anything. Okay, for the timing. Interpreter enters the inner function. Now, now, now see, the thing is, without returning anything, I executed. Why? Why it not get anything printed even the use print statement? Because the print statements are inside the function. Whenever the print statements are inside the function, then we need to understand that declaring the function is not important. The usability of the function lies in its calling the function, not declaring. We can declare a function, but that doesn't make any sense. We should call that function. So whenever I had called that outer of, then yes, interpreter enter here. Okay, enters here. here as well, but it won't interpret this one as because we declared the function inside a function, but we didn't call that actually. So see, for example, if I try to call outside of the function inner of, then you will get an error that inner is not defined because inner function is in inside of outer function. Then we should call this function. See, if I call here itself inner of, now what happens, I will get, see, interpreter will come here. Okay, first line is second line is executed. Now we declared a function. Now I called inner of here. That means again line number 5 will jump to line number 3, will execute this one. Try to understand. Now see, we will get interpreter enters the outer function. Yes, it enters and it will come line by line. It repeats line by line. Yes, somewhere we have inner function. This function will directly jump into the line number 3 and will execute. So the reason why these two print statements got executed. What happens if you like, uh, what happens if you do like this way? Okay, 1 minute. Shift enter. Now we got only this, and if I use dot of this, let me check. Yes, we have none type object as no interpreter. So let us not do like this for the time being. Let us try to go with this only. Otherwise, we can assign this to x is equal to outer of, x is equal to outer of. Now x dot inner of. Hmm, yes, we are getting the same error. So let us try to understand what my intention is. You are declaring a function inside of another function. If you want to execute your business logic, obviously you have to call this inner. Okay. Now if I call outer function, you will get both the values. Okay, here. Now let me try to implement a one business logic so that you guys can able to understand much more deeper on this. Okay, here what my intention is, see, for example, define. Okay, I'm writing my business logic, which is function. Otherwise, we will use nested function. Okay, so I will pass a comma b, or otherwise I will do name comma ps comma salary. We'll take another parameter which is company. All are positional arguments only. I am not taking any other arguments. Now define inner function. Inner function. Here I will pass only name comma yes. Okay. Now I will take data from database. So for the time being, I'm hard coding the values, which is Bhavani and Sabi and Jagadish and Chaitanya and Santosh. And we have Sabi Sai Priya. Yes, okay. Now what I will do is otherwise I will take this here because as I want to validate this. Now see, if name in database print name comma data student. Okay. Then what I will do is my inner function will take two arguments. Then I will return. Okay. Will validate if is greater than 30 print only is below 30 can have eligibility. Okay. We can return name dot of comma is my inner function is returning this thing. Okay, now like if I assign this to x is equal to inner function, inner function of name comma yes, then and print hi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, see this. Yes, now salary is 75K. Company is yes. Now if I run this, sorry, we should not write like this. We should keep in string. Okay. See, now this is my outer function. This is my outer function. What my intention is that see, see for example, what here my intention of writing x is if I print x of 0 converted name to uppercase. Okay, print x of 1 that is case. Now see, all the letters are converted to uppercase. I can play with my code. See what exactly what I mean to say is, let me copy this. Okay, you need to guys until and unless practice, you won't able to, you know, get much knowledge on this. It's waste of time you and me as well in dealing with this. Try to do this. See, as I already told you, nested functions means we can write a function and another function inside of the outer function. So this is called outer function, means main function started with this, and this is called inner function. For outer function, I want to pass four variables, means four parameters. Now, inner function, name, comma, yes. Indirectly, this will come to here, don't worry. Okay. Now, here I taken a, means this is the values which I will get from database. For the time being, I hard coded this. Now, what I am trying to do is, I am passing a name, I mean one parameter to inner function. If that name which I entered, if it is in here, means in the list, then I am writing name. Yes, he is my JTech student. Okay, and again, if age greater than 20, only 30 can have eligibility to enter into this class. And what I am trying to do is, if name is in the database, I am returning name dot upper comma age, means I am returning two values. One is name in the upper cases as well as the age, but in the form of tuple. So now your X is holding this inner function returned values, these two values, which is in the form of tuple. So how to access tuple? This is the zeroth indexing. This is the first indexing. So zeroth indexing Surabhi is there in this database. So name dot upper means Surabhi all will be converted into the upper cases, and we are getting the, yes, since the age is 22, it is not greater than 30. So all the parameters I'm bringing and printing here. But let me show you how the flow will be. Guys, you need to do this thing. Let me show you. Here I will print each variables that we are passing. I'm debugging you, okay? Debugging this and into into థర్డ్ ఫ్లోర్ లో అది ఫ్లోరింగ్ చేసామను నేను చెప్తాను క్లాస్. Now I will do print salary. I will explain you. Okay, don't worry. Yes. Otherwise, for better understanding you, I will debug it by using PyCharm so that you guys can able to, understand the flow, how the flow will be. Okay. No, not this. From concept of file handling itself only, we will go with this. I mean, exception handling itself only, we will go this with this community edition ఉందా హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ వస్తుంది ఇది క్లోజ్ అయిపోద్దా ఓకే ఓకే ఇదేనా కమ్యూనిటీ పైదా అబ్బా మళ్ళీ ఇది ఓకే అయిపోయిందా కమ్యూనిటీ ఎడిషన్ లో డీబగ్గింగ్ టూల్ డీబగ్గర్ పెట్టావా there will be two types of editions. One is a PyCharm community edition and a professional edition. Professional edition, they will give you for only particular time, means what we say only 1 month free trial they will give, but you can have to access all the features. But uh, community edition is free only for students. They have given this. Give me a second. I think it is running. I want to show you how the debugging works, how the flow will be. See, yes. This is our function, right? We had implemented outer function, this thing. So let me put a debugger point here and let me run this. Okay, until and unless I call this, it won't get right. So let me call that function. Sorry, we are running main function. We need to run our function, right? Our file, like we have function.py file is there. Control S. Yes, we need to debug this. I am running this. I am running this file. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Now see. Now try to understand my flow. Okay. I had see we had declare a function Python nowhere will I mean execute this until and unless you call. So these are in the hold. So I call the function here passing the parameter Surabhi 2275 this thing. Now these parameters will come into position of this. Okay. Okay, here we will get IS 22 company TCS name Surabhi salary this thing. Now if I go line by line, now yes, name got printed which is Surabhi. You can see in the console. You can see in the console. Okay, 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Surabhi. Here name is printed. Now if I come to next line, yes, age is printed. Now what happens, how the flow will be, try to understand. Here it is coming to here. See, directly jump into this line. Why? Because it doesn't executed. Now I called here. Now from this line to, it will go to here. See, we got Surabhi capital. Why? Because I am debugging directly. For the timing, see, I will debug it again because I need to go inner method, so that we need to use this step method for debugging. Okay, I did enough. Like see now, yes. Now see, now what happens? Again it will come to here because I call this function so that it is jumped to here. Here now, whichever name as you pass, same will flow here. The variable same will be, so age is 22, name is Surabhi. Now it will come line by line. Yes, if name is in here, then Surabhi is not here because Python is a case sensitive. I has given the lower case, so the reason why we are getting these things. Say for example, I will do it again. I will do it again. I will use this caps. Now I will debug it from starting. Okay. Yes. You need to learn, guys. Until and unless you will get this, I won't go for the decorators concept. Okay, see, I'm coming line by line. Yes, Python will not come directly here. We declared it. Whenever we call that time only it executed. Yes, we called here. Now it will go to the inner function. Now, yes, Sorby is there in database. So the reason why if condition is executed, now age is greater than 30. No, we have only age is 22. Now we are returning name dot upper and name dot lower. Yes, yes, we are getting C. X value what we are getting is Sorby because name dot upper and age we are returning. So X is holding tuple name dot upper and yes. Now our function is executed. Perfect. If you go with here, hi Surabhi, see your age is 22 and our payroll company is 75K with salary TCS like this. Now what I think I had name is right, name is salary company, yes. So try to do much more analysis on this. Once you are okay with this, I will go to the concept called decorators. Very, very important. If you find any, difficulty in debugging this, you can reach out to me. I will take, I will tell the slot timings whenever I free so that I will connect with you, person to person. It is better. But for the time being, try to solve this. Try to solve this. Okay. Try to do much more deeper analysis on the nested functions as because there is a concept called decorators is purely based on this nested functions. So until and unless you prepared, I cannot go ahead. Okay, so try to focus. If you are okay, everyone is okay with this still nested functions, we will move on to this concept called decorators. Okay, if decorators I will explain. So okay guys, focus on this. If everyone is okay, better we will take, I think, Jagdish, today how many interviews are there for you? Jagdisham, what is the schedule today for you? Two interviews. What are the timings? Timings morning 10, okay, and at 4. Okay, we'll plan after 6. So our section will be again after 6. But remember one thing, I will ask you questions. I will ask you questions. Everyone, everyone. See, this is not not at all of my personal benefit, only for you guys. If you are okay with this, I will ask you questions at 6 p.m. If everyone is in the state of answerable of every question, then I will go with the concept called decorators, or otherwise I will explain from the start, the functions concept again. That's all for today, guys. Okay, we'll meet you in the evening. Hope you guys, I'm expecting you guys to